I knew it was coming. I was almost scared for this episode because I knew Corey's finna get into it with more people, man. That's that shadow. That's that he just gotta get into it with more people, man. All right, yesterday's episode, Corey Holcomb 5150 show. He took his shot. He blazed a lot of people. I can't even keep up with the what we gonna talk about in this video. The two we gonna talk about is the Joe Budden podcast with a group and the Godfrey podcast. Y'all know it hurts for me, man, with him and Godfrey for two reasons, man. You know, Chicago got too much negativity, and for two Chi-Town brothers to go into it, I don't like it. But the second part of it, Godfrey really didn't go at him, which I'm gonna do a video on that too, man. Godfrey was defending him. This is a whole big misunderstanding, man. Well, let's jump into this video. But before we do that, hit that like and subscribe to your boy. Cost y'all nothing, but does so much for me and my family, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Let's jump in this video, though. Let's roll.
Craig Fags in the house. I don't even know where to start this week.
Uh-oh, not you had something.
Backdoria Nation has declared war on me, man.
Oh, no, Jim.
Backdoria Nation has declared war on me, but they never claim Backdoria.
Right.
This is not fair.
Here we go.
There's too many men who are suspect after me in my career now. Now, I'm going to say there was a debate that I would like to talk about with Joe Buttons and them guys. Like Joe Buttons.
I knew this was coming up.
He mentioned about that Cam Newton thing when I was on Cam Newton
And I apologize, y'all. The YouTube of me has failed, y'all. I was going to bring this video up, but life be life, and I'm not getting paid off this channel yet, so it's hard to prioritize it, but I wanted to. But long story short, Joe and them brought Corey up a little bit, saying, not really too bad, but just saying, like, comparing on what's tricky and what's not. I just the synopsis of it.
Or I alluded to Will Smith on the Backdoria side of the game.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I wish I wouldn't have said no name, but I said it and I gotta stand on it.
That's the perfect word after you say Backdoria.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, but yo, man, this
Craig,
thing, man,
me,
it's like, I don't like necessarily being at war with so many people, because it's too many people, if you ask me. But I know what I stand for is going to bring.
God, it's too many.
Drama.
Yeah.
But is it war or is it just people?
Well, I don't think it's war with Joe Budden's them yet. I hope it doesn't. I would like to, like Terrence Howard, I saw him say this word on the.
He got it opposite too.
He was talking about the people who talking crazy about him. I don't think Terrence Howard knew how many people was going to be talking crazy about him when he said stuff on the internet. Right. And Terrence Howard said, "I would like to have a duel with you."
What did Joe Budden
do? Ain't that an old school word? Yeah. We can have a duel. We can use bottles, guns, whatever.
What did Joe Budden? That's all.
Yes, whatever.
No, Joe Budden's feels like I was telling when I mentioned Will Smith on the Backdoria side of the game.
Telling his business?
Like he said, that's snitching.
But it's just your
And so look, no, just let me say this, because I really would love to debate that crew over there about this. Yeah, and Craig, you and Darlene might not even agree with me, but I want to say this. If a man gets penetrated by a man or is penetrated by a man and I say something about that business, I don't feel like that's snitching. Any perverted acts that go on in the community, I feel like, once that is put out there as...
Chat's down.
Well, see, I can't say facts because
And one thing I want to say, he kind of trotting on ugly territory. And that's why I feel like, me personally, and for the safety of the show, I think he need to fall back from this gay slander, because he's going to go into hate territory. YouTube don't like that. YouTube don't like that. Hey, see, I'm gonna talk to you, Corey, directly. Be careful. Maybe you need to fall back from this topic for a couple of weeks, just because it's other channels that got smoked. Just Pearly Things was one of them. This other little racist dude. Not saying that's what you own, but you don't want to get into that. You're doing hate content. You getting real close to say that stuff perverted, and you not to be a religious channel. You get a look, Grace, if you're a religious channel. But I'm just saying, man, it's getting ugly. You gotta, maybe you need to fall back from the subject matter for a little bit. I don't care. You speaking how you feel. And I ain't tripping on it. I love it. Your fans love it. But YouTube, it's a whole different thing, man. You make your money. This is where you getting your stuff from. I'm not saying just YouTube and shows, but it's getting a little sticky.
It would be snitching if I was to say, this is how I know.
Or that you were there, or exactly that you specifically.
That would be snitching. But when I live out here on this West Coast, and we know how it really go. I mean, like, these people who be around those people, there are associates in a way. Like, we have females that speak business that's not just one woman saying it. There's barbers that speak business. There's people in the barber shop that speak business. There are people that we know personally that know people. And I'm saying out here in the Hollywood realm, the Hollywood guys that I know, I see who they are, and I will admit there is envy because I know I don't fit in around them. I will be the outsider around them.
They don't fit in. They getting fitted in.
How about that?
But here, can I say something?
Shit pushed in big
He's
time
not killing
on.
me.
But here's the problem. Here's where it sucks, right?
They say my hat came with a switchblade. Go
we
ahead.
all move here to try to make it. Some of us already were here. We were fooled to believe by America, our parents, our corrupt system, that if you work hard and you are talented, that you have a shot at making it. And I think that normal heterosexual men have a right to be publicly outraged if you have to be that way to make it. That is not fair. That is not good business. That is not just. If you have to be gay or get it in the booty or whatever you call it to go to another level, why is it not publicly stated? It should be publicly stated. We should know this for a fact. You shouldn't have millions and thousands of people here moving here in droves who think, if I do it this way, this is how it's going to work. It's not right. It's like it's secrecy. And when people operate in secrecy, it's to maintain control of something that is corrupted. I have a right to speak on anything that is corrupted by unjust, and I won't even say ungodly, because I don't know what everybody believes in. But if that's the factor, just say it. Right. Don't say a motherfucker ain't talented enough. Don't say a motherfucker ain't got what it takes, or we having this audition process with all these people and we gonna take the best person. Just say you taking who's fucking, if that's what it is.
Man, Craig, you know, it's...
Hey, Craig just saved the whole show with that complete statement, because that is the angle they should stick with. Corey's going to gray areas to making it close to hate-ish speech. Craig said the right way. I don't care what y'all do, but to let us to falsify, we can't make it in the industry if we don't be gay, that's bogus. Other than that, it's cool. And they need to stick on that for this show's safety. I swear to God, I'm talking directly to 5150. Stick with that narrative that because if y'all keep going, I mean, not saying y'all, but if you keep going, you're gonna get the channel took, Joe. White girls and lost their channels. It's serious out here. I'm telling you, white people, not even white girl, right? White people, both white girls and white men lost their channel. So you gotta be careful.
It's so real what you said. Go ahead, D. I don't want to cut you off.
No, I was just gonna say, yes, you do. Everybody has that right to express themselves, say that, but you also have to be prepared for repercussions.
Straight up, yeah.
And that's it. That's what's happening right now on the internet.
The channel,
is
the video
that
been doing
not
this.
only
I
just
kept rewinding.
maybe what you have said, but I think you'll always be a target if you have something they want. And what they want right now online is views, is topics, is stories. And if Corey is way more either I would say popular or hot or whatever, or
What is that?
or easier,
He
we got to
moves
go
the
after
internet.
him.
No
I
ifs,
think
ands,
that's
or buts.
$5 right there. It said what? Budden admitted to being Backdoria.
I don't know.
April M says that. Listen, that's what I want to ask these people. Do I have to be at war with you to ask you, have you ever been penetrated or penetrated a man in any way? Do I have to be at war with you to ask that?
Well,
because I want to ask the brother Joe Budden's that. I want to ask a lot of people that, because we're getting to the point in society, we can't keep hiding this. There's a lot of people who would have no idea about Joe Budden's that way. There's a lot of people who would have no idea about Mr. Gaiman that way. Mr. Gaiman is somebody whose name.
He talking about Godfrey, man. When a Godfrey played in Soul Food, his name was Gaiman, but he was not playing the Gaiman of the movie. It was an African name that meant something else. There was a play on words because they actually had a gay, dude playing gay in the movie, and he just, I don't like it, Joe, because he shoot at Godfrey, and Godfrey wasn't even on that.
I don't want to say.
That's just crazy.
Because I've known them since I started comedy, but Mr. Gaiman has it in for me. Because one day we had a phone call and he holds a grudge. Everybody who don't remember who Mr. Gaiman is, all I'm saying, this is the guy who brought me to stage the first time I went on stage. Mr. Gaiman. I call him Mr. Gaiman because his major movie role that he got, his name was Mr. Gaiman. And I don't want to say his name because I'm really disappointed in him, because this past whatever show he had a real Backdoria dude, and they was shitting all over me. I mean, they were talking about me bad. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm glad it came out. Because I think the time when we had a talk on the phone, on the show, it got to him because I think he got caught in a lie on that phone conversation. So from now on, he's Mr. Gaiman.
That's BS, man.
And, you know, he's been a person I've had up here on the show and everything. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to say your name no more because I believe you have venom. And I don't think that's fair. Because I called you and you said everything was cool. But then next thing I know, on your little podcast, you know, the homie Dante kept it 100 though. He kept it 100, but Mr. Gaiman and the gay man, it was Mr. Gaiman and a gay man, they was talking about me on their show. Everybody knows who I'm talking about. They're saying it in the
everybody knows. Yeah. It's like I'm a movie star.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but he's not Joe Budden. Joe Budden, I would love to debate him and his crew because they said something that I thought was a good topic to talk about. They said being gay is not a crime. What Puffy did was a crime. And I don't know if people even know this who are outside of the United States. There are places in this country where they don't allow all that man-on-man nesty plunging.
This is where it's getting dangerous.
You can't take...
I'm going to pause it here because he getting dangerous territories. If you even mention other countries, we not there. We here. Freedom of speech, freedom of whatever. You getting close and dangerous, man. I'm stopping here, man. Episode good from end to end. Check it out. I'm gonna link it to the comments. Go check this episode out because he addresses Joe Budden, Ed Gaiman, aka Godfrey, again multiple times. So this ain't all of it. Just check it out, man. If y'all made this far the video, then like and subscribe to y'all boy, and I appreciate y'all, man. I'm out, yo. Peace.